Freak show is everybody coming together and saying, oh, we're going to watch a freak show. This is what this is. We know what this is. It is absolutely mental, what we're going to watch here.
Size different than because he views Jake Paul as a decent boxer. This is not the first time that someone has come out and said this. We've heard Terrence Bud Crawford come out and say that because of the size difference, Tank won't be able to hurt Jake Paul, and that Jake Paul could probably knock him out with one punch.
Floyd Mayweather reportedly rushed onto the stage during the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis press conference, confronting Jake with a stern warning. The atmosphere quickly turned tense as both camps exchanged fiery words, highlighting just how serious the rivalry has become ahead of their highly anticipated clash.
Just showing up. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna knock him out. You know, he has a lot of flaws in his defense, and I'm gonna expose him. You know, look what a 135 Lamont Roach did to him, and it's just gonna be so much fun for me. I'm so glad that God gave me this moment. I'm Gervonta Tank Davis.
Many critics have been quick to label the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight as unnecessary, more of a publicity stunt than a true sporting contest. But not everyone sees it that way. Ariel Helwani offered a different take, pointing out that MMA fans often embrace these kinds of crossover matchups, celebrating them for their excitement and entertainment value. Yet when boxing tries something similar, the same fans are quick to dismiss it as meaningless. Helwani believes this reveals a clear double standard between the two sports. While the matchup might not align with boxing's traditional spirit, he argues it still delivers on what matters most: pure entertainment.
Generally, I'm sure it'll be a little bit closer, maybe 200 to 150. Like how much bigger can Tank get? Why would that be somewhat celebrated in MMA, but in boxing it isn't? Do you know what I mean, Pizzi? In MMA, like we sort of love the freak shows, but in boxing they don't. Why do you think that is? What does that say about us in MMA?
Well, we're a sick bunch of fucks. There's no doubt about that. But I will say,
you agree, right, or no?
Yeah. Like the idea of the MMA freak show is everybody coming together and saying, "Oh, we're gonna watch a freak show. This is what this is. We know what this is. It is absolutely mental, what we're gonna watch here." I think where people get annoyed with Jake is like, you know, he even got me. You know what I mean? This guy is the greatest outrage farmer of all time. I saw his tweet and I was like, reading it, you know what I mean? And I was like, well, this is exactly what he fucking wants me to do. You know, like this is every time I'm doing this, he's in the game of getting eyeballs, and this is ridiculous. As long as, like, you know, why do I like an MMA freak show? Why would I watch Eddie Hall in an MMA fight against Dylan Dennis? I'll be like, this is fucking ridiculous, and I have to watch it. That's the way I feel about Jake Paul and Davis. I will watch it. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's all of us getting together to go to the circus for the evening. I think the reason why there's pushback against it when Jake does it is because Jake, and obviously tactfully, is going like, what are you talking about? This guy's a world champion. I took out Mike Tyson. He's a world champion. And then I'm going to take out Canelo and stuff like this. Like he's winding us up. He's not agreeing to the stipulation that we're all agreeing on, which is this is a freak show. This is absolutely mental. As long as we can agree with that, we can all enjoy it collectively.
But do you not think he does agree to that? Do you not think he knows what this is?
No, I do.
Floyd Mayweather weighed in on the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis matchup, pointing out that while the Paul brothers are shaking things up in ways people might not fully get, and maybe we should just let them, Jake's abilities still haven't faced a real test. He's never squared off against someone with genuine experience or top-tier boxing talent, someone who truly embodies what it means to be a fighter inside the ring.
Like I said before, they know what they're doing. Both brothers. Logan as well as Jake, they know what they're doing, so they're doing
The upcoming clash between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul has stirred up a storm, leaving fans and boxing experts sharply divided. For many, this matchup feels out of place, a fight that just doesn't capture the true essence of professional boxing. Reactions have been especially heated from longtime Davis supporters who have followed his rise from the very beginning. To them, this fight seems like a step backward for a fighter celebrated for his explosive knockouts and unwavering dedication to the sport. The controversy isn't just about Jake Paul's YouTube roots, it's also the idea that a top-tier athlete like Davis would even consider stepping into the ring for what some see as more of a spectacle than a serious fight.
I believe people think that Tank ain't gonna knock out Jake Paul. Like, bruh, I'm going to tell you exactly how it's going to go. Jake Paul will go in that ring thinking he has the upper hand, he has the reach, he has the weight, and he going to go in there confident. Yeah, he might stun Tank a little bit, but I'm going to tell you, he going to underestimate Tank. That's exactly what's about to happen. He's going to underestimate him and his size, and he going to get crushed. I think this right here is what's going to end Jake Paul's boxing career. I think that Jake Paul, when you sit here and think about it, the people he fought, I'm not saying they wasn't real fighters, but they just not no Tank Davis. Buddy, I'm telling you, I don't think this is scripted. I think, yes, this is for money, but I think it's like, hey, at your own cost, go in that ring. Y'all know the weight difference. What's going to happen is what's going to happen at the end of the day. I think Tank really drop him. He ain't going to understand. Jake Paul ain't understand how, but he's about to see it. And on some real stuff, I think Tank setting Jake Paul up. I remember when Jake Paul went up against Tyson, he said, you need to fight me. Like, I want to get in the ring with Jake Paul. He disrespected the boxing world by getting in the ring with Tyson and embarrassing him. And, you know, Tank really messed with Tyson. I think he setting him up, bro. Mark my words. I think he like, yeah, come in the ring, boy. We gonna do a friendly, you know what I'm saying? You know, a match or whatever. We gonna get this money. He about to embarrass him November 14th. Just because Jake Paul think the boxing world's sweet. He think it's sweet. He think they about to keep taking it easy on him with these fights. All right, I bet you. How much I want to bet? Tank is setting him up. He's finna literally do him so bad, just to make an example out of.
This fight has been surrounded by a series of odd incidents that make it difficult for many fans to take it seriously. One such moment involves Shakur Stevenson, who found himself in the spotlight after reports emerged that he had sparred with Jake Paul. The news didn't sit well with fans. Many turned on him, accusing Shakur of backing an event they already disapprove of. In response, Stevenson remained composed, saying he doesn't let the criticism bother him and instead uses it as fuel for motivation. His calm and confident reaction highlighted his professionalism. Still, the fact that even fighters not directly involved are getting pulled into the controversy shows just how polarizing this matchup has become. The focus seems to have shifted from boxing itself to the drama and social media chatter surrounding it.
When Turkey was doing all that, like, I don't want no boring Tom and Jerry fights, he came out with a Tom and Jerry hat. And then he fought in a style that is not sustainable for him. And it's not, again, for me, it's not sustainable because fighting like that, if you do that with the wrong one, you'll lose. If you fight how you fight, okay, it's going to be harder to win. But you're putting your own self on the chopping block, trying to appease the crowd or not be Tom and Jerry. It's not sustainable. And even in the Zepeda fight, he got rocked back with a jab and fell into the ropes like that. So you could say I wasn't hurt and all that, but it's still a bad look. It's a bad look. People always talk about Tank, the knee, hair grease thing, but what about Shakur getting rocked into the ropes from a Zepeda jab? Even if you were off balance, you're supposed to be light years ahead of Zepeda skillfully. So to me, that still looks really bad. Like, I've watched 50 fights from Floyd Mayweather, and he's fighting way better than Zepeda level. And Canelo and these guys, they're not punching him into the ropes and he's staggering back. The optics of it look bad. So back to it, Shakur, I feel like he's trying so hard to look unbothered, but he always replies to it so you could tell he's bothered. He's like, man, I got him so mad at me. And I personally, I don't prefer that when people do that. Like, for example, Shakur's like, man, I got him tuned in and thanks for the support. Bro, they're not really supporting you. They're all the comments underneath you saying whatever you said about I get to pick Jake Paul's brain and work with him and all that. Most of them were negative. So you're trying to, like, it's so weird because it reminds me of when I've seen people like celebrities or whatever who they have a
Other top fighters like Devin Haney and Terrence Crawford have also voiced their thoughts on this. According to them, no matter how talented Gervonta Davis is, stepping into the ring with someone like Jake Paul is an unnecessary gamble because of the major size difference. Jake has the advantage in both height and weight, which could make the match physically tougher, even if Gervonta's boxing skills are far superior. Both Haney and Crawford mentioned that fights like these blur the line between real boxing and pure entertainment. Their opinions echo what many true boxing fans believe, that the sport should stay authentic and competitive, not turn into just another money-making spectacle.
Because he views Jake Paul as a decent boxer. This is not the first time that someone has come out and said this. We've heard Terrence Bud Crawford come out and say that because of the size difference, Tank won't be able to hurt Jake Paul, and that Jake Paul could probably knock him out with one punch. We've seen Shakur Stevenson's words say that this is a clown show, that it's a disgrace to boxing, that it's something that he doesn't want to be a part of, but then do everything he can to be a part of it by turning from 2-division, 3-division world champion, former unified champion, and turning himself from that into a damn sparring partner for Jake Paul. So people's words, people's actions are showing that they really, really deep down like this fight. And now you can add Devin the Dream Haney to the list of fighters. And I just find it funny because here's the thing, I disagree with him. I am only interested in this fight because number one, I'm a diehard Gervonta Tank Davis fan, and number two, I don't really like Jake Paul at all. So I would like to see Tank Davis knock his block off. But as far as a competitive standpoint, as far as thinking it's a good fight, as far as loving the fight, nah, bro, I think it's a trash-ass fight. I think Tank Davis is way too good, way too skilled, way too talented to even allow Jake Paul to share the ring with him. That is my opinion. And so as a result, my pick of the fight or my overview and analysis of the fight is the same. If it's a real fight, if this is something that Tank Davis is taking serious, Jake Paul is going to get in that bitch and be a...
Former world champion Keith Thurman took a more balanced stance on the issue. He pointed out that the same fans who criticize Gervonta Davis are usually the ones who never miss his fights. In his view, people love to complain, yet they keep watching because Tank always brings excitement to the ring. Thurman explained that this kind of controversy actually keeps Davis in the spotlight and highlights his impact on the sport. He believes that no matter how much backlash surrounds this matchup, fans will still tune in just to see how it unfolds. To Thurman, that's proof of how powerful Davis's brand has become. Even his critics end up fueling his success.
With Tank, first off, don't watch Tank. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You support it, then what you doing? You can't not support and support at the same time, right? So if you're a boxing purist, then this fight with Roach is really more for you. It's going to be more up your alley, you know? If you just like all entertainment, all fights, all hypes, all everything, then you're going to want to tune in to the Tank and Paul show there, you know, because that's all for entertainment. What is it? For entertainment purposes only, right? It's just say like somewhere in the small print of the promotion. For entertainment, don't do this at home, kids. You know, so fine.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. For entertainment purposes only, you know. So it's money making purposes only, you know.